For every URL or web address entered into a browser, a request must be made across the cloud to find the server where that site resides and retrieve its landing page. How soon the initial page is presented to you all depends on the content of the page and how many times the additional request must be sent before all of the text, links, and images have been retrieved from the server. Every button, symbol, menu image, or any images that may be in the body of the page means that there are more and more server calls to get the image and retrieve it back. Now, how fast this is performed is directly connected to your connection speed. So on the slower speeds, the page may scroll in, may not pop, as opposed to on the faster speeds, such as Fios or cable. And this could be a problem. However, there is a solution that can reduce your server calls. By taking all the images connected to a particular category, and in this course we're concentrating on menus, and placing them into a master bucket, along with those that are going to indicate an action, such as hovering over to indicate a selected state, we can place it into a master container called a sprite. And instead of calling to the server for every menu image, we instead will just make one call out to the server to get the sprite. The sprite will be retrieved back to your local device, and everything that's done from that point forward to be able to show an image for each menu choice and the images that are shown to indicate that you may have selected something is all taking place in local resources with no further server calls. So we're going to learn how to define little view windows, which will make it look like there are individual images on a menu, and how to move around within that sprite. And everything is going to take place using local resources instead of going to the server. Once you get a hang of this, you can then plan your site to cluster together other images such as buttons or symbols and use sprites in that manner. So what we're going to do by registering for creating and using image sprite course right now, you will learn how to conserve bandwidth traffic once you know how to create and use image sprites. Then make your site come alive by swapping out those text menus and use images, make it more eye-catching. And then you'll learn how to use the sprites to apply them in standalone sites as well as in content management systems such as WordPress. As a bonus, since you'll be dealing in images and sites with many images can be hard to maintain, I'm going to introduce you to a methodology that I use for image version and control. And we'll keep track of all the images placed on a site and whether or not something needs to be changed or are pending changes, as well as other details. It would be beneficial after a site is done. If you need to come back 6 months later and get up to speed quick, you can make a reference inside of this workbook. Then finally, in the last section of the course, the WordPress section, we're going to take the image sprites and we're going to apply it to 3 different types of menus. We're going to initially take a sidebar text menu and swap it out for the image sprites. Then we're going to move on to making it stand out a little better by making it a widget. And finally, we're going to flip that menu on its side and turn it into a top menu. So if you register now, using the reduced price coupon below, we can get started on showing you how to make your site come alive and save bandwidth at the exact same time.